Will you be going to a Final Fantasy pre-release? Maybe you've got questions wondering, I don't know how a pre-release works. What is a pre-release? What do we do at a pre-release? Maybe this is your first time you've ever been to a pre-release. Let us know in the comments below. Is this your first pre-release, or have you been to a bunch before? Let us know. And are you excited for this Final Fantasy pre-release? Welcome to MTG Tuesday's Tips and Tricks, where we give you the top tips and tricks about how to be better, about how to do things in Magic the Gathering and things like that. And today specifically, we're talking about pre-release. I want to help get you ready for your pre-release. Now, I am not going to tell you what cards to run, what cards not to run. I will give you tips and tricks on how to be prepared, what to do, how to be ready, and everything. But I am not the guy to ask about what cards to and not run. I just go and I play. A lot of times, I don't even care. I just go in there and I kind of know what the cards are. And then when I get in there, I look at the decks and I'm like, okay, this looks fun. And I typically build a decent deck. Normally, I still go 1-3 or 0-3 half the time, but I still have fun with it. So, how does the pre-release work? So, pre-release works is typical game store is going to have multiple days. Usually ours has a couple on Friday, a couple on Saturday, a couple on Sunday. Every store is different. And you can go and you get a pre-release kit. In the pre-release kit, there are 6 play boosters, and typically you'll get 1 promo card in there. So you'll get 1 promo card and 6 play boosters. And then of those, you take those 6 packs, you open them all up, and then you will construct a deck out of it. Now, we're not constructing a normal 60 or 100 card commander deck. There is no commander in this. If you've only played commander, this is a little bit different. This is a typical format. So you can put as many cards as you want. Usually you're limited to only 4 in a 60 card format. But this one is you got like 7 of 1 card, which typically doesn't happen, but somehow you did end up with 7 of 1 card. You can run all 7 of those copies in your deck kind of thing. That's kind of just how it works when you get multiple copies. Usually that's not going to happen. Not going to have to worry about it. But here's how it works. You take it and you construct your deck of 40 cards. Typically, you want to keep it around 40 cards. You can put a few more in there, but the thing about it is typically 40 is going to give you the best opportunity to draw your best cards and the cards that you want. I've done it before with 50. I've done it before with 60. The problem is you can fill those out and fill them with fluff. But the problem when you do that is a lot of times you're not drawing the cards you need when you need them. So at 40 cards, you have a 1 in 40 chance, less than that realistically, a 1 in 33 chance of drawing cards you need, and it gets smaller and smaller as you go on. Now, you could have a few more in there if you want to. Just keep the lands balanced too. You usually run about 17 lands, 23 creatures, non-creatures. Now, this format seems to be probably going to be a creature-heavy format. So you want to run probably minimum is 15 creatures, but you probably want between 18 and 20 creatures. That's roughly where you want the numbers to be. Probably about 18. Then you can run 5 non-creature spells. Now, if you have other spells that like give you more creatures, you can run less than that. But that's just kind of the task there. You run about 23 non-creature spells and 16 or 17 lands, depending on your curve. If you've got a lot of low mana stuff, like 1, 2, 3 mana stuff, you can run maybe only 16 lands. You're probably going to build your deck in 2 colors. You can run like 3 colors if you get like the right bombs. So like there are some creatures out there that are really, really strong, and it's a 3-color creature, and you're like, yeah, I really want to run this. But typically you stay in 2 colors. You can splash, and I'll talk about that in a second. You can splash a color. What a splashing a color is, maybe you only have 1 card of that color. So maybe you got the bomb red card or the bomb white card, and it's white, and it's really strong, and it's really, really good. But that's the only really good white card you have in the deck. That's the only really good green card. Or you're running a 3-color deck and you're only 1 pip of red, green, blue, whatever is on the 3-color. Well, you run like 1 or 2 of those lands, and you have some utility lands in it that can help you. So you're going to put this deck together. You're going to go through, you have about an hour typically. So you all open up your packs, you'll go through and you'll sort them. What I recommend doing when you're sorting is go sort by color. Just go put all the same color together, multicolor in a spot, colorless in a spot. Keep it all together so you can, lands, all that, so you can see what you've got. Then you can kind of take and look and be like, okay, I don't really have a lot of green cards. I don't have a lot of white cards, so I'm not running. Or the cards you run in white are like, ugh. And then when you're building a deck, things to keep in mind, you want plenty of creatures. Removal is always key. Now, this set has some removal, but not as much. There is removal there, but it's not as like premium and really, really good. So there is removal. So removal is important. If you want to run some type of removal, whether that's a damage spell, whether that's a exile the card underneath the enchantment, whatever it is, you need removal. Because when they drop their bomb piece, how are you going to stop it? But you also want to have your own good pieces and stuff like that. So figure out your strategy, and I would recommend to go out there and read. There are draft guides, there are limited guides. They're going to tell you kind of what cards are good, what cards are bad. Not all of them are right, because they're just kind of assuming based on what they see from the card. And there have been times where they're a little bit off, but a lot of times they rate the cards, they tell you what's good, what's bad, what cards to look for, what cards you can build into, what cards are your strongest cards. This format, I feel like there are some big bombs that just, if it hits the battlefield, you either got to remove it or you just lose the game. But there's also a lot of just good middle of the ground cards that if you just stack them up enough, you can win. And so have fun, build your 40 card deck. You play it out, and typically there's 3 or 4 rounds depending on your LGS, how many people are there. My LGS typically does 3, and they do a pack per win. Every LGS is different, so I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to do absolutely horrible when I do it. I may even do some live streaming of me sitting at the LGS. I'm going to try to see what I can do, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments below, though. Are you excited about Final Fantasy? Are you excited about pre-release? And if you have any other questions about pre-release, I'd love to try to answer them for you. There's a lot to go into. I could break down more and more of like the fine points of what you should be looking for and what you shouldn't have in your deck. And I kind of give a quick overview, and it's a little bit longer of a video anyways because I'd like to talk. So just go have fun, build a 40 card deck. Try to stick to 2 colors. If you have to splash or go to 3 colors, don't overbear and have too many of all the colors, and make sure you have enough lands to cover whatever. So if you've got like 20 black spells, 5 white spells, and 5 green spells, you kind of want a lot more swamps than you want of the other color lands. Just so you know, there are lots of lands that tap for 2 colors. There are all the basic lands tap for 2 colors, so try to get those if you can. That helps you out, all of these different things. But have fun, enjoy it, and go and build that deck. Again, it is 60 cards, so there's no command or anything like that. It's 40 cards. You put all of the cards in the thing, and then you go and have fun, and whoever wins, wins. So have fun, enjoy it. Hopefully we'll see you at pre-releases. Let me know what cards you're looking forward to getting from this set. And as always, we'll see you next time.